Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our show titled Speak of Africa. It's a new week, and we're very happy to welcome you to this show. We told you this is your show, and this week we have so much news for you. We know you come to us because of the news. What we do, you send us a lot of stories, we research the stories, then we try to place this news in an African context. So how was the news week? Before we start with the news, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in Africa and the diaspora. Our mothers play a very important role in our lives. So let's celebrate our mothers, and let's say every female, whether you have a child or not, we consider you a mother because all females are nurturing. So happy Mother's Day again. For the show of today, we have so many stories to tell you. Before we start with the stories, we want to look at African news. What is happening? Africans are uneasy about the state of democracy in the motherland. They're not really happy with it. But on the positive side, before we start talking about the state of democracy, we want to talk about the discovery. Can you believe that Meghan Markle, the wife of Prince Harry, is half Nigerian? Wow! And she's been visiting Nigeria this week. So this is probably the biggest story coming out of Africa this week. The visit of Meghan Markle to Nigeria. She went there because she believes in women empowerment and the uplifting of young girls. But she also revealed that genealogical tests have shown that she's part Nigerian. So this is nice, actually. So this visit was very popular. You guys know that Prince Harry is a very popular guy. He's a show boy. So he was playing basketball and was mixing with the people. Unlike William, who is kind of stuffy, Prince Harry is a people's person. And he enjoyed himself in Nigeria. And when we saw this story, we were like, wow, this is really good. At least so Meghan Markle now is our sister. So instead of looking at her like a foreigner, now we start welcoming her home. Welcome to Africa, Meghan Markle. With this discovery, I myself, I was a little bit confused. I'm like, wow, so this is really our own sister. So that's nice. So for the state of democracy, it is like it's not really existing. We're taking one step forward, 3 steps backwards. That's just what is happening in the motherland. The people are uneasy. Most of the countries now are functioning like gangs. Who has the gun controls the power, controls all the resources. They loot everything. The people stay poor. That's the fate of Africa. When we look at all the stories we're going to tell you, that's the common thread of all our stories. The people are poor, but you have a few people who are really controlling all the resources, while you have a lot of people who are poor. You look at Ambazonia. In Ambazonia also, we have a story where the French have confiscated all the resources in that part of the world, while the people live in abject poverty. In 2016, the people decided to fight because the French, under the leadership of Biya, had sent soldiers to beat lawyers and teachers. So this led to a revolt, and the revolt has continued to this day. Initially, it was a peaceful revolt in Ambazonia. Later on, when the people realized that the military was actually using guns and killing them, they decided to take up arms. And they've taken up arms since 2017. Initially, we thought Paul Biya would sue for peace and offer a conciliatory approach to most of these protests. But he decided to take the tough side. He decided to use the stick. He sent B and other soldiers to beat the people and kill them. So since then, the people have been dying, but like Spartans, they are not surrendering. This week, we have a major story in Ambazonia, which we are telling you. Some of you guys sent us a lot of videos on this story. People used to say, no pity has hit it big. But this week, the guys in Manu, around the Ekok area in Manu, they hit Biya's boys. This is the biggest hit. We hear over 7 to 8 soldiers from Biya's army were taken down. we have a lot of the images. We cannot really show you these images completely because it's like horrible. If we show you these images, YouTube will shut our channel down. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to cover these images. Then we'll just show you just a little bit. But if you really want to see all the pictures completely, come to our WhatsApp page. We'll show you all the pictures on our WhatsApp page. So just type my name, Prince Ojong, on WhatsApp. You find me, then you can see all the pictures. Just ask me, I'll invite you so that you can access all these pictures and you'll see them. We also have videos. What the guys did, I think it looks like some of those commanders were in the Ekok area. They were on patrol. So when they came across this band of Ambazonia restoration fighters, they thought they were thieves. They thought they were petty thieves, so they didn't take them seriously. Before they could take them down, the guys killed all of them.
Now with this, Sigus Special Defense Force, Manu, now with this, they go away. Sigus Special Defense Force, now with this, we don't chop them, Bombo, see them, Bombo, they don't burn them well, Bombo, now we. Now with this, Manu. Now with this. How it is Manu? How it is Manu? Now with this Manu. Sigus Special Defense Force Manu. Now with this. Asa. Join us day. Cherchez ton day. Now with this. Cherchez ton day. Sit them. Cherchez nos day. Cherchez nos day. Now with this. Cherchez nos day. Come over there. Nakam again. Confirm me! Again! Now with this, I don't fight! I don't fight! Now with this! John not dead!
Man, you know the fight! Now with this, we don't connect them! We don't connect materials!
Now with this, John not dead! Ah! You don't trust me! Oh! Repair! A place there! Repair, place there! Et tu vas faire un place day, repair, place day.
Bon magazine.
Magazine. Là, Tony, magazine, Tony. Là, Tony. Magazine, là, il dit. Chien. De l'autre bord, on a well. See them, Rose Kata them, son kind.
Captain carry one.
Like this. See the one. How would this? Join no day, Siam. Sisters, Siam. Rose scatter them. That is. Hey, you know.
And the way the guys killed them was very, very merciless. No pity. That was the way. The bodies, everything was so gory, so bloody. We cannot even show it on our channel. It's too much. It's too much. But if you are really interested, you want to watch the full images, just contact me on WhatsApp, Prince Ojong, 301-760-0335. You'll see the images. So, for so long, we've been telling you that the Ambazonian revolution has not failed. Some people were telling you that we are wrong. Every day we got information from the ground because this is my area. I speak the same languages people speak. Okay? So all of us speak Ijagam. So I know this area very well. Okay? So some of you guys send us those pictures. We know where the action is taking place. But the guys are still active on the ground. It's like they try to take things slow, nice and slow, but the guys in Yaoundé think that they have killed all of them. No. We said it before. You cannot kill a spirit. You can kill the body, but you cannot kill the spirit. The mistake this government makes is the government thinks they can kill the young people, then the revolution will end. The revolution will never end. So we think instead of planning 2025 and running for election again, Mr. Biya should be thinking about a real meaningful dialogue with the people of Ambazonia. Once more, we're calling for meaningful dialogue because this whole militarization is not working. It's failing. A lot of people are dying on both sides. And we're challenging the Francophone Cameroonians to learn from their history. In fact, I have an open letter which I've written, and I will share it with any Francophone Cameroonian. I will translate it in French so that they can understand. Stop dying in Ambazonia. Stop going to Ambazonia. Ambazonia is hell. It looks like Biya is sacrificing you guys for Obasinjom, the god of the Ijagam people. Okay? So stop accepting your life to be wasted to propitiate the gods of the Ijagam people. Because all the blood of these martyrs, Obasinjom is angry. And Obasinjom wants the Biya forces to pay the price. And they are paying the price. So this is a serious ambush. You will not believe it. It is like World Cup level. So you say to yourself, a commander was among these guys. So how trained are these Cameroon forces? You hear about the invisible bee. Look at the guys don't have good training. How can a bunch of rascals take down all of these guys with all the military equipment? You can see a lot of equipment that the guy sees. Then you ask yourself, these guys have a lot of equipment in their vehicle and they cannot use this equipment. So a bunch of rascals will just take them down and kill them. So it tells you that this Biya government doesn't have trained soldiers. Because if they were trained, they would not just be the subject of such an ambush. And the guys were so victorious. They took away a lot of arms. So this is really sad.
Today, 9th of May, 2024. The 10th of May, 2024. Now, walk this. They say Mangiron coal. Mangiron harvest exactly 7:30. We collect 2 M16, 2 AK. Enough things over done. One pistol. Military pistol, jackknife. Military gun proof. Now, 105. With the colleagues them, General Eze, General Bomafunguti, with Captain. So na see material. Captain Bule is cashing. So na material in this. Prince Ayamba, send me money. General Lord, he picking them. Bulete, with Maleske, with Amoka. They did for inside the squad. We don't form the squad. For inside Manu. What people they run? Who remember go fight them? So now this for down today. We don't collect exactly 7:30. The fish and people ready for the no now. The real squad. We run another anyhow very good. We burn them. Since I don't send you this thing. I don't send you the video. As we kill, we burn them. With the other video, we just kill them from down. So now still a day. So if you tell me I call Eze, call Ojolegba. Oloku Diliko Casey. Are they here? They walk they down. You don't see her now? I need joke. You not take it to the harvest them. And the harvest them. And all this. And all this. One. When they fake face. All this. So all we want. Person where see this work. Person where see this work. Men no say Manu. Don't come back.
Man, you don't come back on that.
Man, you don't come back. And all we they as one, we do one voice, and we walk the walk. So we need support. Was small. Our brother for a captain gets small injury. So we need some small support. Now I see material them. I never want to tell you, saying I say day, but I want to. No. I don't want to tell I say I want to go work, but I want surprise me now. So I want this. You say on Siam. Now here we don't the base, but sometimes we can come out. So I want this.
Why is he there? Well, he's there because he saw that the people under the leadership of a catechist were manufacturing IDs and legal documents. Is the Catholic Church now a producer of legal documents, or the government is supposed to be producing legal documents? So this shows that the Catholic Church is working hand in hand with the Biya government. So I'm Catholic myself, but I don't think it is a good thing for the government and the Catholic Church to be sleeping together. The Catholic Church is supposed to represent moral authority. When they start taking sides with the corrupt and bad Biya government, they weaken their moral authority. Okay? So now we take you to Chad.
Tired of waiting in long lines at the emergency room or your doctor's office? You should be. Why wait in long lines for care? It's time for you to come to Lucille Urgent Care. Real care, no waiting. Lucille Urgent Care, the best place for true and loving care. Service at Lucille Urgent Care is convenient, fast, time efficient, affordable, accessible, transparent, and cost effective. Royal treatment is your right. Indeed, it's not just a privilege or pejorative. Skip the emergency room's long lines, kiss the ER goodbye, say farewell to your old doctor's office, pay less, save time, enjoy the excitement of convenience, receive immediate treatment, get the healthcare you need quickly and affordably. Lucille Urgent Care offers many express services: rapid COVID-19 testing, on-site prescription, preventative lab services, imaging and x-rays, urgent medical treatment for common illnesses and injuries, routine vaccines and flu shots, work-related injury services, pre-employment, occupational, annual, and sports physicals, immigration exams, and much more. Same-day treatment, rapid lab results, extended hours, weekend hours, no appointment necessary, no insurance necessary, no doctor necessary, walk-ins accepted, telemedicine available. We are open 7 days a week with evening and weekend hours. We are located in Maryland. Lucille Urgent Care, 903 Half York Road, Towson, Maryland, 21204. Website, lucilleuc.com. Call at 443-275-1286 or 301-593-4897.
Chad has just had a presidential election. People are saying that Mahatma Debi Itno won the election. We predicted this. This guy is really a lunatic. He can't even speak French, but he's running a country because the generals are supporting him. Success Masra, the former PM, lost the election, but he knows that it was not a free and fair election. Why would you expect the election to be free and fair? Mahatma Debi Itno had already prepared a plan to take over power, just to wear the civilian dress. Okay? So he killed Yaya Dillo, his own cousin, just a few weeks ago. Now he just used some guys as opponents to give the impression that it's a free and fair election. But it was not a free and fair election. Today, his supporters are jubilating in the streets, but for how long are they going to jubilate? Very soon, the troubles will boil to the surface and more problems will come in Chad. Mark my words, Mahatma Debi Itno is going to be killed just like his father, because those guys are not happy. They're going to fight for power until they take it from him. Next, we take you to Egypt. Egypt has been a pal of Israel. But now, because of the crisis and the killing in Gaza, Egypt has decided now to support the case South Africa had filed at the International Criminal Court. So Israel now is shaking because they thought they had Egypt as an ally, but Egypt is responding to pressure from the streets. They cannot support Israel anymore. So they have to accept to join the case that South Africa had filed against Israel at the International Criminal Court. So this is going to have some repercussions, and some Israeli people have started talking about the consequences of this move. It's a big move. It's a big diplomatic blow. What about Ghana? Well, in Ghana, we saw the people wishing for a coup d'etat. But they forget that they've had a lot of coup d'etats in Ghana, starting with the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, then not even to talk of Jerry Rawlings and others. So coups have not really been good for Ghana, but it looks like sometimes the people feel like when you can't really remove a guy using the ballot box, then you have to use the military force. That's what is happening. Then what about Mali? Well, Assimi Goïta has been playing games. He's the leader of the junta. The jihadis are still fighting and taking some positions in the country, but Assimi Goïta is hell-bent on converting from a military ruler to a civilian ruler. So it looks like he's creating a path for him to take over the country, extend his rule now as a civilian president. Is this going to happen? Yes, it's going to happen. He holds the military power. He controls all the forces. So at this point, nobody can really oppose him. The military guys are behind him. He can use money to bribe them. So that's what is happening. What about Nigeria? Well, in Nigeria, as we told you, we're already very, very happy with the visit of Meghan Markle, the princess who is married to Prince Harry. It's a big-time visit. But we also want to share the news of Bola Tinubu. The government has now decided that they have to prop up the naira as a currency. So most of the missions and embassies, instead of using the dollar, they should be using the Nigerian naira. We think economically this is a good move. It will help to prop up the naira. But what about the oligarchs, such as Aliko Dangote? Look at the big money that they are moving. They are the ones who really affect the dollarization of that economy. What about Femi Otedola? He also is another big name. So these are all oligarchs. And you remember Femi organized his birthday, I think his 60th birthday, on this Christiana O super yacht. Big time spender. Just imagine, I think that party cost more than $3 million from what we understand. So look at this amount. This is a lot of money, right? So how did he get this money? So that's the people for you. While the people are suffering, all these guys are very close to Bola Tinubu. I'm not saying that they are corrupt. I'm just saying that they use the system. They are using the system and the people are suffering. We understand that Femi Otedola has a foundation, which is good. He's a philanthropist. But is he doing enough? Maybe the people are thinking, not really, because there's so much abject poverty in Nigeria. So this oligarch, because when I look at people like Aliko Dangote, Femi Otedola, they are just like the Russian oligarchs during the early time of Vladimir Putin. It took a while before Putin clipped their wings. But for a long time, those oligarchs were really running the economy and doing very well until Putin banned them from politics. But in Nigeria, by contrast, Bola Tinubu is bringing them close to him. They are the people who are supporting him. So if he wants to fight the dollarization of the Nigerian economy, then he needs to pay attention to this, his friends, because they are the ones really bringing the naira down, because they need the dollar to do a lot of their business abroad. So if you want to hold the value of the naira, pay attention to people like Femi Otedola and Aliko Dangote. We're just citing two of those richest Nigerians. But there are many other rich guys who are in this club. You guys know them. From Nigeria now, we want to move to Rwanda.
$25,000 to $250,000 per year made easy. Do you dream about making big money? Well, we all do. Imagine joining pharmacy professionals to earn good money. Statistics show that the big pharma industry rules and controls America like a colossus. Do you want to find more details about the hidden gem? Join the Pharmacy Success crew now. Become a pharmacy professional today. Let us train you as pharmacy techs, foreign pharmacy graduates, USA pharmacy students. Learn to earn. We offer affordable online and offline programs. Act now. Browse our website for details, pharmacyprof.com, or call 301-760-0335.
In Rwanda, we understand that the United States, France, and Congo DRC are attacking Paul Kagame because of the M23 attack that killed a lot of people in an IDP camp in Congo. So why should innocent people who are in a camp looking for protection be killed by soldiers from Rwanda? And Rwanda is the one sponsoring the M23. So that's the other problem. So the people want this to end. Okay? Next, we take you to Senegal. Now we have a new government. Bassirou Diomaye Faye is the new president. Ousmane Sonko is the prime minister. The people are happy with the breakaway approach of this government. But this week, people were not really happy when they saw President Faye visiting a colonial president, Alassane Ouattara. The visit raised a lot of questions. Why is this young guy going to visit this old man? What does he need from him? If he is trying to sue for change, a breakaway from France, why is he going to a guy who is the puppet of France? What's he trying to learn? How to become a puppet too? Or how to learn how to destroy the puppet? His visit to Ivory Coast raised a lot of alarm. A lot of questions. Okay? But of course, in Senegal also, you have to remember that Senegal is a very Afrocentric country. Starting with their first president. Even though his role as an Afrocentric guy is questionable, but he wrote a lot on African culture, and his library now is the property of the French. So the Senegalese government wants to retrieve this library. They want to get it back from the French, and they are willing to buy it. Okay? But of course, you also remember the big name in African culture, Anta Diop, Sheikh Anta Diop. He contributed a lot to African history. What we did not know about ourselves, he made us know about it. So that's another big role. We want all of these artifacts back, all the African artifacts that France stole during the colonial period. We want them back to Africa, and that was a movement. What about South Africa? South Africa is having an election on May 29th, but things are not going too well. It looks like Jacob Zuma too has become a candidate for, after he became president, when he was having legal troubles against his successor, Cyril Ramaphosa, he decided now to become a candidate of the MK party. But now the MK party leader is having problems with Jacob Zuma. So how is this election going to take place? So it looks like the ANC already is divided as a party. So this gives room to other parties to shine. That's a sad thing. Then finally, we take you to Togo. In Togo, we have a family, the family of Faure Gnassingbé Eyadema. They have been dominating politics in that country for a long time. His father was an old legionnaire of the French army who killed Sylvanus Olympio, the champion who wanted to bring democracy to his country. Since then, this family is a dynasty that has seized power from the people and has kept it. With this week, we see that Faure Gnassingbé is doing what his father did best, to change the constitution and prolong the stay in power of this family. Do the people like it? No, the opposition is crying foul. So this is what is happening now in Africa. The people are not happy with the state of democracy. They are crying foul. But who is listening? So the people have to try to liberate themselves. When the people need help, they cannot get it from foreign powers, because the foreign powers are benefiting from these looters of Africa's resources. Most of the leaders in Africa are like gang leaders. When they get into power, they steal the resources, then they share them with their friends in the West. So these guys in the West are not really interested in policing these bad guys. Until an African leader steps on their shoes, then they say, okay, it's a bad guy, we have to take him out. Otherwise, they support these African guys. Even when they are killing their own people, they still support them. So my people, it is time that you fight for your rights. Fight, fight, and fight. May God bless you.
you need tax preparation services? We can help. Contact PJ Tax Service, America's only full-time income tax preparers. Like the good old doctor, we do not close our doors after April 15th. In fact, we stay open all year round in order to serve you. We are located at 11207A, Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Make an appointment today with Prince Ojong, your tax expert. Call 240-350-1131 or visit us on the web at www.pjtaxservice.com.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.